everyone, and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to spooky season. We are in the middle of spooky season and I am so happy. I am in my element. I've got all my spooky things on. I've got my little spider webs. They are black, by the way. I know we're in black and white right now. My little spider, and I've also got my cute little spider web crop top. And we are in black and white, which means we are doing a palette bingo because I don't want to spoil it for you guys. I don't want you to see what colours I got because, let me tell you, we got an interesting colour story and I'm just excited. So for our palette bingo, we're going to be doing a multi-palette bingo with two of my favourite spookiest palettes in my whole collection. We're going to be doing a palette bingo with the Shroud and Betty Jean Batty Bean, Butte Bean is what mine says, It's Freakin Bats palette, and the Hallobean palette, the two sisters to each other, and I adore both of these. I can show you what they look like, but I mean, we're in black and white, so I mean, I don't know if that's really going to do anything for you. But yeah, I am so excited. You'll obviously see them in when I start the actual look. I love both of these palettes. I love playing with them. Last year I done a get ready with me with both of them, two separate videos. And I just thought I'd do something else with them this year because they're like my favourites. So this year I decided on a palette bingo, and next year, who knows, I might do another palette bingo, I may do another get ready with me, or something else that's different. Who knows what comes out by then. So this is the look that you cannot tell what it is just yet, but this is what we're going to be doing, and I'm excited for you guys to see the craziness that is this colour story. It's not crazy colour story, but just the way I had to do it, the way I wanted it to be done. It's a little bit wild, it's a little bit wild. Just before we get into the actual palette bingo and tutorial, my Instagram is linked down below where I post all my up close eye pictures and full face pictures of all of my looks, and my TikTok is down there for a little bit of extra content and all the spooky content that I have going up this month, so go give both of those a follow down below. So that is it. Let us not chat anymore, let us see what these two spooky palettes have to offer, and let's see what the palette bingo gods chose for us. Okay, I am excited. I don't know what's going to happen today. I don't know what look I'm going to have on. I just knew I was filming this. I don't have anything picked. I don't have blush on because I don't know which colour. I've got my bronzer on because I just kind of thought that'd be quite general. I have my skin, my brows, my eyeshadow primer on. But blush I don't have on because I haven't picked a colour to go with whatever colours I get because I don't know what I'm getting. I haven't picked any of the other bits. I don't even have brushes out because I don't know what kind of look I'm going to do yet. So I have my random number generator up here on my phone, and we are going to go through, we're going to pick two shades from each palette, and then I'm going to use a random number generator to pick one of the palettes and then pick one more shade. So I'm going to do 5 shades in total, and we'll go through it that way. So we are going to start with the first one that came out, which was It's Freakin Bats. And here's our gorgeous colour story for It's Freakin Bats, and I'm happy with any shade from any of these palettes. I don't care which shade. The only thing I wish for is at least 2 mattes, 1 light, 1 dark, a shimmer, and then anything else in between. So we've got 9 shades, and we're going to kind of go along like 1 to 3, and then this way, and then this way. And I am going to pick my shades. So I have it set to 1 to 9. I always get a bit nervous with palette bingos. Let's see what we get. Can you see that? I hope so. Number 8. Ooh, we've got Dairy, a dark matte. Yes, Dairy, this shade here. Let me just swatch it. Oh, so pretty. Next shade we have got number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, another matte and a different matte than I thought I was gonna get. We've got Adams, this one here. So purple and green. Okay, we can work with that so far. They're not going to blend well together, really. I could make it work, but, you know, we'll see what other shades we get. Now I want a shimmer. I want some sort of shimmer. So on to Hallobean. Gorgeous, super pumpkin Halloween town vibes. And same again, we're going to go across and let's pick another shade. Number 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, yes. Yes. We've got Black Flame Candle. That's going to go so well with Dairy. Oh my god, so well. I don't know how it's going to work with Adams, but you know, we'll figure out a way. And it's a multi-chrome. Oh yes. Oh, look at that shade. It's so pretty. It's going well so far. Let's not jinx it, but it's going well. So next up we're going to go for 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that changes things a little bit. We've got Crypt, this mustard shade. That's an interesting colour story. I'm quite happy with it. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I am quite happy with it. It's odd and I like it. So now let me change my random number generator to 1 being the minimum and 2 being the maximum, because we're going to pick one of the palettes. I don't know which one yet, and then we'll pick another shade from that one that's chosen. So from 1 or 2 we have got number 1, which was It's Freakin' Bats, this bad boy. So we'll go back to number 9. This is very back and forward, I know, but this is the only way to make it super random. And let's pick another shade. Number 9. Ooh, okay. Number 9 is Grim. Okay, these shades are going to work well together. I don't know what I'm going to do with the mustard yet, but these are going to work quite well together. I'm excited for this. This is going to be interesting. I just don't know what I'm going to do yet. So let me jump off. I'm going to have a little think, have a little brainstorm, grab my brushes, grab all my other products, and then I will come back and we can, you know, get into the actual look. Okay, so I have my idea. We're going to do kind of a full cut crease with this, with all the shades in the crease. So I'm going to take this on my outer part of the crease and I'll use something to blend it. I'll just blend it out with a clean brush or something like that. This in the center part of my crease and this on the inner part of my crease, because I just really like those tones together. And then I'm going to like cut my crease, and on the outer part of my lid I'm going to do the black flame candle, and then I'll do Grim on the inner part. And then on my lower lash I'm just going to repeat these 3 shades. Sound good? Sound fun? Quite dramatic? I think so. So we're going to start with the shade Dairy out here, because I just want to get a nice bit of colour in the crease, and I'm just taking that on an e.l.f. contour brush. It's like a small stubby little blending brush, and I feel like using Ghostface today. That's what I'm feeling. So let me see. It's kind of easiest to do this with the eye open, and we're mostly just placing our shades. I'm not worried about blending. I mean, if you can do it, but I'm not. That's not the main focus of this bit right now. It's just getting a little splotch of colour right there. And Shroud's matte formula is so pigmented and strong. I'm literally just like very lightly tapping into the crease. I just want the deepest point to be in the crease here, and I am kind of flicking it out a little bit. Don't worry about this part under here, the bit that's closest to the lid. It's more the upper part that you're going to worry about. Quite a dramatic point out here. But it will blend in a minute. And it's only the other third I'm doing because I want to leave enough space for my other shades. Good little trick, I just thought of telling you this now, that I always do, that I don't think I've ever mentioned before, is if you want to make sure it's super like opaque and really strong, lift your brow so the skin stretches. Like I try to do my makeup with my face as dead straight as possible, so that way if I'd done it like this and then applied it, when I drop it down it changes. So I try to do it like that, but just to get the intensity in here, I will lift my brow and see if the skin stretches, if I missed any gaps or it's skipped anywhere. I'll go in a little bit more there. I'm just going to take a clean brush. This is a BB203 brush from Beauty Bay. And just going to start softening out the edge of that purple shade. It's so dark, it looks black, but it is actually purple. Just to get a nice soft blend going. You can use like your face powder kind of works for these kind of things as well. When you don't really want to add any more colour, you're not trying to change the shade of it, you just want to soften out the edges, you can do that as well. Okay, so now I'm going to go into the shade Atoms, this one here. I always keep the swatches on my hands just so I remember which shades I got. But we're going to go into Atoms, and I'm just taking this on a 217 from MAC and take a little dab of that, and that's going to go in the center of the crease. The shade I was most worried about was this deepest shade, so I'm kind of happy with how that's looking so far. So I'm just taking a little bit of this greeny teal shade, spooky teal. And that's going to go right next to the purple. It should blend okay because the purple is so dark, it's not too purple, but just don't overblend if you can. I'm just slightly flicking them over each other. Okay, now we're going to go into the Hallobean. We're going to take Crypt, our gorgeous mustard shade. And I'm taking this on a number 7 eyeshadow blend and contour. It's like a flatter version of that 217. I do have to clean my brushes, so a few of them are dirty, but I'm going to take that. I'm picking this one because it is flat, so I have a bit of control over it. I didn't leave a huge amount of space in here, but it's okay, it's okay. I'm just going to overlap that with that green shade. She's a bit mental, but I love it. Okay, so now normally what I would do is just do a glitter primer, or the odd time I'll use a proper like concealer base, but because these colours are so dark, I really want a sharp line, so I'm going to actually go in with some micellar water. This is actually just the Garnier one. I just have it in this because it's a better bottle for it. And I'm just going to take a little bit of this on these really teeny weeny cotton buds. You can probably get these in a lot of places nowadays. I got them in Muji, which is like a kind of stationery store kind of thing. And I'm gonna start cleaning. Start lower than you think though, because you don't want to go too high and lose all those gorgeous colors. So something like that, just nice and clean. It's not like hugely perfect. I still don't mind if there's color on the lid. I just want that nice sharp line. And then I'll go in with some glitter primer over that now, so I get a nice tacky base. Okay, so now I've got a nice clean line. Ignore out here because I'll fix that with a little bit of concealer afterwards when I'm tidying up my under eyes. But I'm going to take some glitter primer from NYX and a flat brush from V Cosmetics, this one here. Just taking a little bit of that on that brush, and I'm going to apply this all over the lid. You only need a small amount, even for such a large area that I'm applying this, because I'm bringing it all the way out here. But I still want a nice bit of coverage. I just don't want too much of this so it doesn't crease on me. Okay, so now with that same brush, I've just wiped off the excess glitter primer. I'm going to take Black Flame, this gorgeous multi-chrome here, and I love this shade. I'm so happy I get to use it again. This is going to go on the outer part of the eye. And the reason why I've done the look this way is because with multi-chromes like this, they really shine the best when you use it over a large area, so you can really see the shifts move in the light. So I wanted to this kind of shape, but I wanted to incorporate all the mattes as well, so I had to do a crease with it. Not had to, but like wanted to do a crease with it. Just make sure you get that right up to the line, just about halfway across. I'm going to leave this inner part for the teal shade. I'm going to bring this all the way out. Whoopsie daisy, that is a lot of shadow. How beautiful is that color? Oh my god. Okay, and then my last shimmer is going to be Grim on this inner part of the lid. I just think it's going to go so well. I'm so happy. And I'm just taking this on a little detailer brush from Real Techniques, just a smaller brush, just to get a bit more precision in here. It's very odd colours to work together. I like it though. I think it's fun. It's like a dark circus. That's what it kind of reminds me of. And then once I have that on, I'm just going to go back in with a little bit more Black Flame and blend over where they meet in the middle, just overlapping them. It's just fun. I like palette bingos for this because these are probably not colours I'd pair together, which is always nice. Okay, so now on the lower lash line, we're going to repeat what we've done in the crease. I'm just going to take a little bit of Derry. Yes, Derry, the darker purple. Just have to double check the shade. Now, normally what I would do is actually go along that edge there with the mattes on the lower lash, so I'll kind of extend them out, but I'm actually not going to, because I like that edge that I have right there. And I don't normally do that because I don't really like that disconnect usually, but I think with this look, it's going to be kind of fun. Okay, and then I'm going to take that first brush that I used with the Derry shade, the small stubby one from e.l.f., and I've just cleaned off the excess product, and I'm just going to soften out the edge of that shade. Okay, and now we're going to take Adams. This is just a small little stubby brush I have from Primark. I'm taking a little bit of that for the center of my lower lash line. Basically just the width of the brush almost is the way I'm working this out. I'll just overlap with that purple. And then last for the lower lash line, a little bit of Crypt, and this is just a e.l.f. eye crease brush, just a little small pencil brush. Taking a little bit of that, and that is our inner part of our lower lash line. Okay, last step is my inner corner, and I'm going to just throw a wild card in. I don't always do this, in fact I never really do this. Is the idea of palette bingos is you have to use all the shades you get, but you can add shades. And that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to get a brush. This is just a small little flat brush that I have, like a fluffy flat brush from MAC. And I'm going to take Ghoulish, this one down here, which is a white to a green duochrome. And that is just going to go on my inner corner, just to have a inner corner highlight that's from the palette, but also will blend into that mustard shade nicely. Just a little bit of a ghostly shine. Okay, kind of crazy, but I love it. It's fun. I just honestly think these are like clown colours, but if it was dark and Halloween, you know what I mean? So I'm going to jump off. I'm going to finish off my face now that I know what my look looks like. I wasn't expecting this, but here we are. And then I will let you know what I use when I come back. Alrighty guys, so this is how I finish off the look. I love how this turned out. I was going to add like rhinestones or something else to it, but I actually put the lashes on and I was like, no, I think there's enough going on with all these colours happening and the kind of shape that I've done. So let me go through everything that I used for my face. So to finish off the eyes, nothing fussy with this. Again, I just wanted to keep it nice and simple and let the colours and the shape speak for itself. So I went in with my Beauty Bay crayon eyeliner in the shade Ink, which is a black on my waterline. I considered doing like each colour But I've kind of done that a lot recently, so I just decided to do black. And then I went in with my Benefit Bad Gal Bang mascara on my top and my bottom lashes. And then for my lashes, are quite dramatic, but I love them. These are the Cash Beauty Legend lashes. So just nice, dramatic and long and fluttery, like they touch my eyebrows when I look up. I really like how they turned out. For cheeks, I went in with my Sheglam bronzer, what's it called? Sun Sculpt Liquid Contour in the shade Golden Sun, just to contour up my face a little bit. And then for my cheeks, I pulled out something I haven't used in a little while. This is, I have it in a little Z palette here, but it's my Makeup Geek blush, this one here, in the shade Cherish, which is like a nice neutral pink. Just, I didn't want to take away from the million colours that I have on my eyes right now. And then for highlight, I went with something that would kind of match the duochrome of that purple. So when that purple shifts, it goes to a green and an orange. So I went with something that had that green and orange shift to it. So I went in with my Kaleidos Space Age highlighter in the shade Prophecy, which does shift both those colours, which I love, and I just thought would just go really well and give it a little bit of a spooky vibe, even though I don't know if a green and gold highlighter is spooky, but I don't know, I feel spooky. And then for lips, I wanted neutral but grunge, so a neutral lip that kind of had that grey undertone, was a little bit deeper, just to keep the grunge element going, but not be too dark or too much compared to the eyes. So I went in my MAC Retro Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Cafe Au Chic. Just these MAC, please bring up more shades in this, because this is like my favorite formula of liquid lipstick. I love it so much. And that is it. That is our palette bingo using the It's Freakin Bats and the Hallobean from Shroud and Batty Bean, my two of my favorite palettes in my whole collection. One of my favorite ones to bring out around spooky season. My most loved and cherished palettes. I love them so much. And I just like playing with them, so I like to kind of I'd done a Get Ready with Me with this one and this one last year, so I decided to put them together and we'll do a palette bingo. And I'll think of something else to do with them next year, maybe just another Get Ready with Me, who knows, but I just love them so much, and they just give me all the spooky vibes, all the little cutesy Halloween vibes. So I want to know down in the comments below, what do you think of this look that I created, and how would you have done this look if you got these colours? What way would you have done it? Just give me an idea. We'll just see how different we are. If you did like this video, give me a big thumbs up down below. It's the quickest, simplest and easiest way to give me a little bit of support. Get me around 4 people, and also let me know that you like the video, and I will continue to do many more. And don't forget to subscribe down below to see many more videos coming. We are in the middle of spooky season and I'm so happy. I'm in my element. I'm going to watch a spooky movie while I edit another spooky season video. So that's going to be fun. I don't know what I'm going to watch. I'll just randomly pick something that's on my list that I've never seen before. So that's my evening tonight. And as I said in the beginning, my Instagram is linked down below. I post all the up close eye pictures and full face pictures of all of my looks, and my TikTok is down there for a little bit of extra content if you want to go give both of those a follow. We're doing backlog of spooky season over the years past that I never posted, as well as on TikTok as well. So, you know, there's a lot of content going up there. You're going to be bombarded. And I think that is everything. That is all for this lovely palette bingo. So I will see you in the next video, guys. Bye.